All right, welcome to Moonshine and Music. We've got Joel Gragg and the Filaments here. You guys want to introduce yourselves individually and your instruments?
Yeah, so I'm the melodist of the group. I'm Joel, and I play guitar and sing and write songs.
Bruce Williams here. I play bass, and that's all I do.
Jamie Perryman, I play drums, and I provide moral support for both gentlemen.
I see. So you're the one that keeps the whole thing together.
I try my best.
He's pretty much a glue, that's for sure.
I try my best.
Yeah.
So, I know this is the first time you probably haven't watched the show or listened to the podcast, but we kind of like to learn background about our, performers and where you guys each from and grown up and all that. How'd you get together?
Well, I'll start with the growing up part. I grew up in Yorktown, Indiana, Muncie. I went to Yorktown High School, and but I would consider myself a native of Muncie. But I've lived all over Indiana, Fort Wayne, Bloomington, Indianapolis, and a few different areas, and just moved back a year ago. But I met these guys in Springfield, Illinois. When I lived there, I moved there in 2020.
Great time to move somewhere.
Yep. I didn't meet a musician for the first year. At least there. I played in a blues band in St. Louis, and just basically wore a mask and had a hat and didn't talk to anybody, so I looked like a bank robber. Yeah.
Nice.
And I met. So I finished a record at that time that I released in 2021, and a mutual friend introduced me to Jamie. And I was doing a CD or a record release, and everybody kept saying, "You need to get Bruce Williams. You need to get Bruce Williams." So I got his number and gave him a call, and we got together and we did this show, and then we all kind of looked at each other, and just kind of like, "Yeah, this is pretty cool. We should do this some more." And
so, are you guys from Springfield originally, or?
I am.
So we represent 3 different states.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. I was born in Killeen, Texas, and then moved to St. Louis when I was 10. Been in St. Louis ever since. But then did a lot of touring in my 20s, and then some in my 30s off and on, and support a lot of different artists. And then locally did a lot of cover band work and other studio work as needed. Met Joel through friends of friends. I was a fan of Bruce's, and I'd seen him in my 20s when he came through St. Louis. So by the time Joel had mentioned, we need a bass player, we can get Bruce, I'm like, oh, absolutely. I knew it going into it. He's just solid. So
Yeah. Bruce, tell him a little bit more about you.
Well, I used to play in a band called Annihilate, a punk band. I still play in it, but we haven't really played since the pandemic. My brother writes a lot of the songs, and we toured a lot in the U.S. and Canada in the 90s mostly. Put like 5 records out. But I like all kinds of music, and I've played lots of different types of music over the years. And I hadn't played much since the whole pandemic thing, so I was really happy to start playing with these guys because they really were serious about it and wanted to play a lot. And so it's been nice. It's been fun.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I always like this story with him because somebody was like, "Yeah, Annihilate. If you've ever seen that movie High Fidelity with John Cusack, it's like there's this scene where it's like the sticker of Wilco, and right next to it is Annihilate."
Wow. So your claim to fame is that you're a sticker in a movie?
Yeah.
Is that what it's
more than that?
it's a hard part to study for, but he did great.
Is that what it's boiling down to? That seems a little.
Sometimes. Yeah.
I mean, hey man, I'll take it. Right?
You got to make your mark some way in this
It works.
world.
I mean, you could have been Sonic Death Monkey, and then where would we be? Right?
Yeah.
After you guys, you got together. You played a lot before that. Was it interesting how you mixed together your styles and your,
Yeah. Well, to elaborate on that, Bruce coming from punk and rock, and heavier rock, and Jamie as well, and Jamie's also like a huge Phil Collins, Chester Thompson fan in his drumming. Mm-hmm. I think our blend from influences kind of makes a unique thing. I mean, we do a progressive blues rock kind of sound, but we're also kind of funky, and I think it's just a hybrid thing. The songs that I wrote and had recorded sort of took on a different life when I started playing with them. And so we're working on a full-length record right now, and some of those songs have been recut for that, and to kind of match what we do live.
So you put out the EP, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I listened to it a couple times through. Did you just do the EP because you just wanted to get something quicker out, like 4 or 5 songs, or was there strategy behind that?
Yeah, I think we wanted to get something out there, and yeah, the EP it came together, but it had its share of trials, and we're proud of it. We definitely, but some things on the engineering side. Luckily, I had some good friends through the years from time living in Nashville. So I had a friend, Grammy Award-winning engineer in Nashville, kind of help correct some issues that we got from the tracking engineer. And again, we're proud of it, but I think this album's definitely gonna raise it up.
Yeah, we did the studio sessions for this new record. We just started a few weeks ago with a close friend of Joel's in Indiana, and
Fort Wayne.
As we started getting into the tracks that we were there to originally record, then I had said, we should go ahead and re-record the songs from the EP because we execute them differently than what was done on the sessions at the time, and I really wanted the record to live and breathe a bit more. And if we've got the shot to do it and we're under the clock to get it done, we just went from tracking 3 or 4 songs in a weekend to 10. Mm-hmm. So we just got all the rhythm section stuff done, and now Joel's going back with guitars and vocals and dubs and percussion and stuff. So
yeah,
that's cool. When are you targeting for that? Like a fall thing or something?
Yeah, probably late summer, early fall. That's what I'm thinking.
All right, probably about the time I get this thing edited.
Yeah, there you go.
Perfect. It'll be great timing.
Amazing.
You guys, do you have like a song that you're looking forward to playing tonight? Like one you're really excited about? Like we should highlight?
The new ones are awesome, I think.
Yeah, so we're doing a couple of new ones, and we're still kind of getting them in the live context because it was literally because we live in 3 different states. I recorded these songs, sent them to them. 2 weeks later, we went into the studio in Fort Wayne, and they did their homework because it was like unwrapping a Christmas gift because they just locked in and did it, and it was like, wow, that's great. And so I just need to live with them more, for my aspects, and play them right. So
the interesting thing, at least as far as what I think about playing with these guys in a live setting, is that there's a general framework for the songs for the most part, but there's a lot of times that we can look at each other and just, if you want to extend a solo, extend an outro, extend an intro, fine. And every time we played it, it's got a life of its own, whatever it's going to be that night. And I like being out there without a net. It's kind of the interesting part of it.
Makes it fun.
And with these two guys, there's just a really inherent chemistry and trust with that. Mm-hmm. Conversationally, as humans and playing music, is just so incredibly smooth. And so, to answer your question, I don't know what song will come out tonight. By the time we watch it, we may go, oh, that one worked out, or maybe a different one. It's hard to say because it's different every time we play it, and exciting because it's different. So that's cool.
That's different, and where we're at kind of now is like the venues are different. I mean, we play a lot of bars, clubs. Opening for Reverend Peyton. To like last night playing I don't know what you'd call that. Like it was
an extremely intimate house party.
Last night. We were like this with each other.
People were as close to us in the room as you were.
These are my favorite shows, by the way. I love house shows.
It worked out great.
I have an album called Live at Susie's Basement where I was playing a house show in some basement and recorded it.
We had that last night, and it was just wall-to-wall people in there, and I mean it was very interesting that the people got into it as the time went on, and we got a little bit more settled in, and it ended up extending the set. And again, just because the
those
vibe
shows
was
are
there.
the best, man. They're just like a lot of fun because you're so close to people. And
We absolutely were. If I was gassy, it would have been a problem. But
well, at least you held back on that.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. So I was thankful for that. So.
I just picked up a new guitar that was like it's a Firebird, which is a big guitar, and I had to watch the headstock to not hit this lady in the head.
And then not to be too loud also.
It always does.
It can be kind of loud.
You know, when you're trying to add fans, hitting them in the head with your headstock is not a good thing.
Problematic.
Yeah.
You're trading insurance cards. It's tough.
I like that song, but you're going to be hearing from my attorney.
That song was great right up until the point where you stuck the headstock in my
Number
face.
from my lawyer, like,
Let me just put this in your guitar strings.
can I sign something for you?
Yeah.
Well, I promise you'll be, you know, with the stage, plenty of separation from the crowd tonight. So
Yeah.
you guys will be in good shape.
Yeah.
I look forward to the set tonight. You sounded great in sound check. I hope you have a good show.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
you
Thanks
very
for
much.
having us.
We appreciate it very much.
Yeah.
So I was telling the guys, like, I remember coming to Greenfield when I was like this. I had a great grandmother that lived here, kind of out in the country, and it's just wild to see how much this city's grown. And I think I've talked to Joe about that too, but man, it's a really cool place, and we're really glad to be here. This song is called Invisible Hand. Trying to hold out so long now, I just can't hide it anymore. Heat from my body makes my head spin round and round. I'm gonna give it once more. See my family since I don't remember when. They're probably giving up on me by now. My only comfort's the next fix that I can find. It's probably my last friend. Boss invisible hand. I lose my grip, invisible hand. No, I can't hide the invisible hand anymore. Until it swallows me whole. What do you see now when you pass me by, my friend? Do you even know I'm really there? I was much like you, but I got lost along the way. Now a victim no one wants to play. I keep on slipping, the invisible hand. I lose my grip, the invisible hand. No, I can't hide the invisible hand anymore. Till it swallows me whole. Ain't nobody gonna right, thank you guys.
Moonshine and Music is produced by Joe Shelton. Our cameraman, grip, and stunt double is Brent Lee Smith. Artwork by Bailey Shelton. Production crew, Patrick Zabriskie, Ray Hoskins, and special thanks to the Owens family. Also thanks to the H.J. Ricks Center for the Arts, Tony Seiler and Heather Warren staff for all of their assistance in our National Road Music Series shows. Moonshine and Music is copyright 2025, all rights reserved. Hope to see you next time on Moonshine and Music.